everybody!
Hey Quinn, guess what?
What, Cadence?
Do you know what we're going to learn about today?
I do. Thanksgiving!
Ooh, I love Thanksgiving. I can't wait to eat all that turkey, stuffing, and my favorite, mashed potatoes.
I love Thanksgiving too. But can't we have pizza instead?
Pizza?
Yeah.
We can't have pizza for Thanksgiving. We need to have turkey.
Why? They didn't have turkey for the first Thanksgiving.
Wait, what?
Yep. They had something else, and we're gonna find out right now.
A very long time ago, over 400 years ago in the early 1600s, a group of people from England wanted to pray and worship God in their own way, not the way the King of England demanded, because he was in control of the Church of England. And anyone who disagreed with the King's church and wanted to pray their own way could be sent to jail.
This group of people wanted to free the Church of England from the King's rule. They wanted to make it pure.
These people were called the Puritans.
Hey, maybe you want this book or something?
There were about 100 men, women, and children who left England and the king and his church. They had a dream of religious freedom.
They sailed on a ship. The ship was called the Mayflower. They sailed all the way to the New World.
These brave travelers that we now call the Pilgrims landed in Plymouth after a journey that lasted about 45 days.
The Pilgrims landed at Plymouth Rock on December 11th, 1620. Wow, that was a long time ago.
Almost 400 years.
The cold, snowy winter of the northeastern United States that we know of now were what these pilgrims were introduced to. This new land was strange to them. Nothing seemed familiar, and many of the pilgrims were scared of this new world.
The winter was long, cold, and very hard for the Pilgrims.
I should have worn a bigger jacket.
Luckily, Native Americans helped the pilgrims by giving them seeds and food.
I feel a bit underdressed.
The Native Americans started to teach the pilgrims about their new home. They also gave the pilgrims the skills needed to survive in the strange new land. Thanks, bro.
The first year in their new home was very hard for the Pilgrims. Many died.
However, with the seeds and plants given to them from the Native Americans, the pilgrims planted crops. And that fall, the pilgrims' harvest was so good and they had much food to share. To celebrate the crops and the help from the Native Americans, the pilgrims had a feast of Thanksgiving. Many different foods were cooked for the feast. Ducks, geese, fish, and venison, which is deer meat, was served, along with fish, pumpkins, squash, corn, sweet potatoes, and cranberries. There was actually no turkey.
Yay, no turkey.
Served on that very first Thanksgiving, believe it or not. And yes, pumpkins were at the feast, but not pumpkin pie, and no cranberry sauce as well, just cranberries with some other fruits. Captain Miles Standish, who was the leader of the Pilgrims, decided to invite all of the Native Americans who had helped them so much during their first year.
Hey, wanna come over?
Everyone had such a great time celebrating this feast together, it lasted for 3 days.
Yum, yum, yum.
This feast from the harvest in 1621 is often called the first Thanksgiving.
The first National Thanksgiving Day was proclaimed by President George Washington
I present you with Thanksgiving. Enjoy.
in 1789. And over the years, the day we now celebrate as Thanksgiving became an important tradition in the United States, a day of giving thanks for all that we have.
But this may not have happened if it wasn't for Sarah Josepha Hale. She wrote Mary Had a Little Lamb.
This song actually has absolutely zero to do with Thanksgiving. I just really like lambs.
That's right, Quinn. Besides writing the song Mary Had a Little Lamb, Sarah also convinced President Lincoln in 1863 to make Thanksgiving a national holiday, after writing letters for 17 years campaigning for this to happen.
I'm glad you finally answered because my hand really hurts.
Abraham Lincoln declared that the last Thursday in November should be celebrated as Thanksgiving. Because it has been celebrated every year in the United States, Thanksgiving was finally made an official federal holiday and moved to the fourth Thursday of November in 1941 by President Franklin Roosevelt.
Hey, guess what? Even though not a single turkey was eaten at the very first Thanksgiving, like we talked about earlier in this video, almost 90% of Americans eat turkey on Thanksgiving each year. Wow, that's a lot of turkey.
About 46 million turkeys are eaten every Thanksgiving day. But for almost 70 years, the current president of the United States has chosen one lucky turkey to not be chosen for Thanksgiving, and that turkey will live on the farm until it passes away of old age. Have you ever had a TV dinner or microwavable dinner? Well, did you know that Thanksgiving is the reason that these were invented? See, in 1953, the company Swanson had so much leftover turkey, over 260 tons, that someone from the company had the idea to package the leftover turkey onto aluminum trays and include some other sides like sweet potatoes. The company decided this was a great idea, and that's how TV dinners were born. And for our final fact about Thanksgiving, do you know what balloon character has been on more Macy's Day Thanksgiving parades than any other? Leave your guess in the comments below, and let's see if you're right. The answer is Snoopy.
Hey, did you like this video?
Hey, did you learn something new?
Then don't forget to
Sub, smash, and ring. And we'll see you on the next Hey, Guess What? Boom!
Yum, yum, yum.